Okay, here goes nothing. I don't think I've ever really given too much thought to what my senior speech would be about. One of the main reasons for this is because I'm the youngest in my family, and no one really gave any thought to me getting a driver's license or getting into college, because it's just Tommy, he's the baby, so we don't have to worry about any of that for a really long time. Now that that really long time is finally over, and here we are, I decided we should talk about something, or I should talk about something, that'll be remembered. So I started to think, what exactly is it that people remember? My mind would go to the obvious answers. Everyone only remembers the big people, the greats and the mighties that you learn about in history class, or sometimes in English class. Then something occurred to me. I don't often remember any of these heroes in our history books. Frankly, I don't remember the last time I gave Alexander the Great even a fleeting thought. I do have people that I think about every day of my life, though, who I consider my heroes in every describable sense. They didn't win wars, they weren't wealthy, or even famous, outside of our family, that is. What they did have was their positivity. Now, this might be confusing in some ways. What's so great about positivity, right? Well, let me tell you about my grandfather, the man who I'm named after. We often just call him Grandpa Tom. Even though I never had the pleasure of meeting him, that doesn't mean I don't know him. The stories I hear about him are always about how joyful he was. Even when he was dying and could no longer speak, and you asked him how he was doing, he would give you 2 thumbs up. It's because of his positivity that I know any of this. Now my grandma is a whole nother story. We always called her Nanny instead of grandmother, but it's become something of a tradition to call her Saint Susanna. There was never a time I can remember where she didn't have a smile on her face. And every time she spoke, she would always say something happy and gentle. When she was in the hospital and she would have to walk laps around the halls with the other patients to get exercise, she would always remark what a nice day it was to all the patients she came across. Okay. Since I need to give a quote and my speech is about a couple of saints, I felt it was only right to give a quote from the one, the only Saint Susanna. She would say this often, and it's just as often repeated in our family. We have a responsibility to be positive and uplifting to the people around us. This quote is very simple, but it means a lot to me. Whenever I feel down or just tired and tempted to be pessimistic, which don't get me wrong, I definitely am sometimes, I try to think of this quote. It reminds me to treat others with the same kindness and charity that I would wish upon myself. Because when I do, I don't feel so bad anymore. I find that when we are kind to others, it's good for them, but it's even better for you. Because there's something about kindness that fills the soul and makes it feel complete. Now for some sappy thank yous. Dad, thank you for driving all over creation so that I can go to school here, and for teaching me never to sit still, ever, until everybody is happy and comfortable. Mom, thank you for sitting through hours with me at the psychiatrist to make sure that I could learn and grow with ADHD, and for telling me all the stories about my heroes. You kind of saved my speech. Susie, even though she's not here, thank you for always looking out for me, even when I wasn't grateful for it. Rachel, thank you for showing me to be empathetic towards everybody, not just the people I like being around. You're all my saints. So to close it off, I want everybody to think about the person who annoys you the most and makes you feel the most angry. I dare you to say something nice to them today, and I guarantee that they'll remember you for it. Thank you.